I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday. So good so far. I'm enjoying mine here too. Enough rest, enough games, enough talking to friends, and all the likes. I'm happy to meet you online once again. I promise you it will be an exciting time. So don't disturb yourself. Just watch this video over and over again. And if you have any question, just type it in the column where you can type your question in the chat box column. Then I will attend to your questions accordingly. So I will advise you as we go through this process of online, be serious with it. Don't miss any class because there will be activities in the course of the class. Attendance will be taken in the course of the class. You will not be told when the attendance will be taken, but be sure you are in the class. So I wish you a nice time, guys. Make sure you are attentive and then play the video once over and over again, and before you know it, you master what we are talking about. It's just different from what we do in the class and what you will see online, because everything will be demystified. You just pay attention and take time. Each time we come like this, make sure you bring your textbooks around, your MGM textbooks, your essential textbook, your pen, your calculator, and all the likes. Then your note, your mathematics note, because everything you do here will not be repeated. So make sure you copy everything you see here in your mathematics note. All your classwork and assignment is just a continuation of what we are doing in the class. So all your classwork and assignment, ensure you copy, do accordingly, solve the questions, consult textbooks. You can go online too to consult some stuff online, so that you'll be able to have well-grounded knowledge of the topic. So it's a very simple topic. I bet you will really enjoy it. Okay, can we start set theory? Okay, I know you know what set is. You did it in further maths. It's just a continuation of what you did in further maths, and it's just to throw more light. I know you will not have difficulty in comprehending it, but let's just go through it one by one. Well, I gave you this one in our attendance. Everybody knows the answer is what you had: 5 plus 6 plus 4 plus 21 plus 12 rather. The question says, based on the diagram, what is the total number of students who did participate in volleyball? This was just what you did in primary school quantitative analysis. So if you had 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 12, that will be 27. So the answer is 27. If you don't pick 27, you know you are wrong. The answer of this one is 27. Great, but it will mark you as you've come for the attendance. So we've come for the class. Whether you get it correct or otherwise, it's just to mark you that you are present for the class. So let's move on. Vocabulary. Let's go through this vocabulary. What is a set? What is a set? A set is any well-defined collection of objects. It's just a group of things that has something in common, the same thing in common. It's just a set. For instance, the guys in the SS1 gold, the guys in SS1 ruby, the guys in SS1 diamond, and so on. So a set of students in SS1 emerald is a set. So you guys know yourself, those of us who are in each of those classes, you are grouped according to set. So a set is a well-defined collection of objects assigned by a rule. There might be a rule of grouping you of things generally. You can say alphabets, you can say numbers, you can say red cars, you can say fruits, and so on. So when you have a collection of things and they have the same thing in common, we refer to it as a set. So let's go to the next one. Elements of a set. They are just the objects in the set. Now, for instance, let me pick SS1 gold for instance. Can you guys mention students in SS1 gold for me? I'm sure you know them very well. Derek, my guy, my friend, is there. I'm sure you know. Ebon is there, Edna is there, Eliana is there, Daniel is there, Abolani is there, my guy too is there, Tega, Fega, and Awe, and she, guys, you guys are, you know yourself there. So each of you in that class, you are an element. So if you group you together, we say you are elements of that set. So subset consists of elements from the given set. Element from the given set. That's what we call subsets. You see that we say consists. We call them as one. So then we have empty set or not set. It's a set that doesn't have any element. No element there. That's why we say empty set. That the set is empty. The set is none. The universal set is a set of all possible non-elements, meaning that all the elements in that set that you are deriving other sets from, subset from, we call such set universal set. Let me give an example. Student in Trinity, it's a set. So it's a universal set. So we have SS1 student, we have SS2 student, we have basic 7, we have basic 8, and so on. So when we say a set of students in Trinity, that will mean it is a universal set. Then let us describe set. Set can be described in three ways. One, by listing the elements of that set. Let me quickly tell us that you use capital letter to represent a set. See, this capital letter A can be capital letter B. You can't write A as a small letter. No, it's not more a set. It should be a capital letter A, capital letter B, and so on. Then this bracket, we call it curly bracket. We use curly brackets to represent the set. So you can list it, or you can have a rule that is assigned to it. For instance, all the integers from 1 to 6, that is a rule. So that means it will not be listed to you here. You will just see all the integers from 1 to 6 rather. So that is, you can list them. You can have a rule that governs it. Then this one is by mathematical induction rule. This one, elements of a set such that the value of S ranges from 1 to 6 inclusive. So that is how you define a set. You can define, I'm just giving you different ways how set can be defined. Now let's go to the next one. Types of sets. Let me quickly explain this. Types of sets. There are different types of sets. We will not be able to finish everything, but for this class, let us just take few aspects of types of set. The first one is finite set. Now this set, when we say something is finite, it has an end. You get what I'm saying? It has the beginning, it has an end. Like we human beings, we are finite, and it is only God that is infinite. You get it? God doesn't have the beginning and doesn't have an end. And then we have an infinite set that is open, and there is no beginning and there is no end. That's what we call infinite set. Then I've talked about the empty or null set, a set that has no element. I talked about it the other time when I was describing set. Then we have singlet set. That means a set with just one element. Just one element. We say that set is singleton set. So we have a equal set. When you see a set, two sets are equal when they have the same elements. Two sets are equal when they have the same elements. So we have an equivalent set. Two sets are equivalent if they have the same number of elements. You may not get this. There is difference between equal and equivalent. Two sets are equivalent, equal if they have the same elements. Two sets are equivalent if they have the same number of elements. For instance, A, B, C, that is set A. Set B is C, A, B. Can you see? Although I disarranged the elements there, but they are still the same. But the equivalence, when we talk about set A, B, C, and then set 1, 2, 3, the elements in each of those sets is they are just 3. So that's how we say the elements are 3, so they are equivalent. Then we have a power set. A power set is a subset of every possible subset. We'll treat this one in detail when we are doing the power set. Is that okay? And then you have a universal set. I've mentioned universal set when we started the class. Then we have subset. When all the elements of a set belong to set A belong to set B, then A is a subset of B. You know what this one means? You see, you have a universal set, and from that universal set you can be deriving different sets from the universal set. For instance, the example I just gave you, students in Trinity. So you can derive as many sets in that big universal set. You can derive students in SS1, students in basic 8, students in basic 9, and so on. So each of those small groups of students, they are called subset. Is called subset rather. Each of those small groups of students is called subset. So now let's go to set notation. Don't worry if you don't get what I'm explaining, maybe because of time factor. You can play this video over and over again. I bet you it's easy to comprehend. Play it at your leisure. You understand it. It is so easy, so easy. So let's go to notation of set notation. Look at this. We use this curly bracket to represent set. Okay, the name of this curly, this is a set. Then you have A union B. A union B, we get to that. This symbol means A union B. When there is no element here, you can easily call it not set. The empty set. If there is nothing here, as this case, this is an empty set. Then you have A intersection B. We get into this. I will explain in details when we get here. Now A is a proper subset of B, and then we have A is not a subset of B. When you see this one here, then A is a subset or strict proper subset of B. Okay, if this one is A is a subset of B. Now A is a proper subset of B. Now this one means A is proper superset. Proper superset. We get the explanation as we go. Then this one is A is superset of B. Then this one A is not superset of B. And then you have, this is an empty set, the symbol for an empty set. You can use this one as a symbol for an empty set, or you use this first one here as a symbol for an empty set. So let's move on. Now A is equal to B. I've just explained that one. If two sets are equal, A is equal to B, you have A is equal to B, the equal set. This one A complements, or you can say A C raised to power C, or A raised to power 1. We say A complement of B. We'll get into that. Then we have A is a member of B. A is a member of B, and then A is not a member of B. Okay, and let's now go to universal set. Universal set. I explained this universal set when we started. Now let us now go into details on how we can go through universal set. Look at this one. Universal set is a set of all things pertinent to a given discussion and is designated by symbol U or symbol E. Symbol E, I will show you the symbol later. Symbol E, you can use this symbol to represent a universal set, or symbol E that looks like a curve like this. So when we talk about universal set, we're just talking about a big set, an umbrella that has different subsets underneath. Now let's take an example. Look at this one. You all students in Trinity. Do you see? I've been explaining, giving this one as an example when we started. See, we say A all students in SS1. You get that? So can you see this? You can pick this as from all students in Trinity. So we can say A is a proper subset of B, then of universal set rather. Then B, all boys in Trinity. That's another set. Then C, all girls in Goshen hostel. That's another set. So all these sets A, B, and C, they are also in the universal set. All the sets A, B, and C, they can be found in the universal set. So they are part of Trinity group, Trinity International College, all students in SS1. all boys in Tricor, boys in BC7 to SS3, they are all girls in Goshen. It's just a collection, a group of people in a place, but all the sets A, B, and C, they still belong to all students in Trinity. You get that? Now let's now go to subset. This is becoming interesting. What are the subsets of this? I've told you, if you pick each of these one by one, it's a subset of this. Now how do you know the value, the answer you are going to write? It's always 2 raised to power n, where n is the elements in the set. So 2 raised to power, how many elements do you have in this set? 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5. That means there are 3 elements in this set, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to know how many subsets we are going to have, it will be 2 raised to power 3, that is 8. You get what I'm saying? Explain. Let me go through this one again. There are 3 elements in this set. How do you know the proper subset of this set? You count the set, the elements one after the other. There are 3 elements. 3 is an element, 4 is an element, 5 is an element. So 3 of them are elements. You get that? So if you want to now get the number of proper subset, it will be 2 raised to power n. In this case, our n is 3. That will be 2 raised to power 3, and that will give you 8. Now let's count them before I explain how we got this one after the other. Now sets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get it? Now let me now explain how we got this one. So we have the first one, null set. You first of all pick the null set, empty set. In every set there is every universal set there is an empty set there. So if you want to now get the subset of it, you have to write the empty set first. Good. Now you pick 3. This set here, pick 3. 3 alone, 4 alone, 5 alone. You get that? Pick 3 and 4, 3 and 5, then 4 and 5. Then pick all of them, 3, 4, 5. Let me go through it again. You pick the empty set, you pick 3 alone, you put it in a curly bracket. You pick 4 alone, you put it in a curly bracket. You pick 5 alone, you put it in a curly bracket. Then you have 3, 4, 3, 4, the first 2, 1, the first and the last 2, the first and the last one, that is 3 and 5. Then the last 2, 4 and 5, then all the set 3, 4, 5. So if you count them, 1, you can use any of this symbol for a null set, an empty set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you don't understand, just go through the video again, you get it. It's so easy. We are about coming to the end of the first class. Coming to the end, so that I won't bore you guys too much. So you get your essential textbook. You answer exercise 6.1 numbers 1 to 2 as your class. So you do the class all right in the class here, because I will create a place where you will submit the class, but it will appear as assignment to you, but it's a class what you are going to do there. Now the second one is an assignment. That one will be due tomorrow, or we are going to have another class, which is on Friday. We're going to have another class, so I will collect the assignment by tomorrow. Make sure it's just a simple, straightforward assignment. It does not take you enough time. This one is in new general mathematics. It's okay. I'll indulge you guys. Take time to go through this concept again. I bet you it's so easy. If you are in doubt, just go through the question, the video once again. If you have any question, just type it in the chat box. I will respond accordingly. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Make sure you submit your classwork. Make sure you submit your assignment, and ensure you are in the class to time, because there will be 5 minutes grace before we start the class, and there will be 10 minutes for attendance. So make sure you tell your friends to come on time. I wish you the best, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. All the best. Enjoy your holiday. Thank you.